He told us that it was cancerous, but still in stage 1 at that point. And he thought surgery could save me, but I needed to see an oncologist for a referral to a surgeon. In our first meeting with the oncologist, he told us that if they removed the tumor in the pancreas, it would save my life.
And that it was still early enough to do that.
And it's still early enough to do that at that point. I had no insurance. The surgeon wanted a little over $10,000 in advance, cash, to perform the surgery. UMC also wanted around $6,000 cash in advance before they would schedule the surgery.
That's why it took so long.
So my friends did fundraisers, and we raised the money to do that, and paid the hospital and paid the doctor, and then they scheduled the surgery on November 4th.
So 6 weeks?
6 weeks was
a long time.
A long time to wait with.
Nerve-wracking,
It was
time.
very hard on us, both emotionally and financially, to make it through that period. When the surgeon opened me up, he discovered that the tumors had spread. The pancreatic tumor had grown through the pancreatic wall and attached itself to the stomach. There were numerous tumors in my liver, a spot in the kidney that was yet unknown at that point, and the pancreatic tumor had attached to the spleen and was involved with the arteries. The bottom line was they had to pull the cameras out, pull their instruments out, sew me back up, and discontinue the surgery because it had spread. At that point, they diagnosed it as stage 4. While I was still in recovery, the doctor took my wife Kathy to the side, told her to give me palliative care. There was nothing more that could be done with surgery, and that any further treatments would have to go through the oncologist.
That was so horrible.
It was very difficult to take. Then we went back to the oncologist on December 18th, and he told us the cancer had metastasized and spread throughout my body. He said that I could start declining in about 3 weeks and starve to death within a month. There was nothing they could do, that he could not cure me of stage 4 pancreatic cancer. There was no cure. He said the most the chemo would do would be keep it from spreading any further and may extend my life 6 to 8 months maximum. What I have here are my lab trends, starting from the first time I saw the oncologist. The panel is called the tumor markers. How many cancer cells are found in a blood sample per unit? On the 19th of September, my cancer cell count was 287. 2 weeks after the attempted pancreatomy, my cancer cell count had gone from 287 to 1,406.7. Less than a month later, on December 18th, my cell count had gone up to 4,587.8.
And that's when we thought he was going to die.
On the day after Christmas, I went in and started my chemo. The cancer cell count on that day was up to 5,006.8, which the doctor explained was saturation level. Cancer was all through my body. Basically, I was so desperate that I decided to have a party right before Christmas, invited all my friends and family from all over the country to come and say goodbye to. And one of them, actually a number of them, came from Colorado. I don't know who, but one of my relatives, our friends, put a bunch of little vials of Phoenix tears in Kathy's Christmas stocking.
This is what I found in my stocking. About 15 of these.
This is Phoenix tears. Phoenix tears are made using some sort of solvent base The marijuana is cooked on a very low temperature for a long period of time until what's produced is an oil.
It's very gooey.
Very gooey. It doesn't taste very good. The only way for it to help cancer is for it to be ingested. The psychological effects caused by marijuana are not really present taking the Phoenix tears. When I first heard about it, I thought it was snake oil. I didn't believe it. I thought it was propaganda for the pro-marijuana legalization movement. But with such a bad prognosis that I would start declining in around 3 weeks and could be dead in a month, I figured at that point I had nothing to lose, including my reputation. So I began taking the Phoenix tears. I took about 2 to 3 grams of it every day, not knowing what would happen or if it would do any good. So I began searching for a medical marijuana doctor that could help me pursue this cure. Fortunately, I found a Dr. Kathleen Smith who helped me obtain my medical marijuana license. I took it faithfully the remaining few days of December and every day in January, and didn't begin to believe it until my test came back in February.
You still didn't believe it after those scans.
Showing my
He didn't believe
cancer
it, he thought
cell
there was an error.
count was down. I thought it was an error. I still was believing what the oncologist and the surgeon had told me, and still could not believe either in the Phoenix tears or a divine miracle either. The Phoenix tears, along with the 2 chemo medications, gemcitabine and Abraxane, has definitely proved effective. I cannot say for sure whether the Phoenix tears could have done the same by themselves. I would like to say that, and that's what I believe. But the fact is, together, the 3 of those have eaten up, disintegrated my cancerous tumors. Multiple tumors in my liver are gone. My spleen, gone. My stomach wall, gone. My kidneys, gone. Only thing remaining is a very small portion of what was my pancreatic stage 1 tumor. At last count, my blood cell count had dropped to 312.2 on February 6th, to 80.1 on March 6th, to 42 on March 30th. Normal is 35. I will continue the Phoenix tears the rest of my life. I've already chosen to make that step. I will discontinue the chemo as soon as the tumors are gone. I believe the cannabis oil will control my tumor or cure it completely.
He's doing so much better. He's working, he's driving, working, like going to work 5 days a week. He's playing with the kids. It's a miracle. Thank God.